nämlich ein bisschen Zeit.
Where comes the name Goebelbecker from? The Goebelbeckers originally come from the eastern part of the Alps, Salzkammergut. It's the area of Salzburg. Maybe you know Salzburg. Salzburg, the birth town of Mozart.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And they were refugees during the 30 Years' War in Europe. From the war longs from 1618 to 1648. Yes, yes. And in these days they came to Lidolsheim.
In Konstanz gibt's eine
this
Goebelbecker
is our viel später.
Konstanz.
And you know a kind of carpets called Gobeler or goblin. A kind of carpets, knitted carpets, specially knitted. Yes, yes. And for knitting that carpets, you need a special loom, a kind of a loom, a kind of a loom. And this loom was called the Goebelsbock.
The Goebel what?
And the people and the
Goebel what?
Yes,
Goebel?
the Goebelsbock. The Goebelsbock to the loom for this so-called Goebels.
Okay.
For this special tapestry.
Ah.
And the people who manufactured these looms were the Goebelsbock, Goebelbecker. And that's and they did it in the Alps for the Venetian Empire, for the Venetian economic empire. And also this empire passed away during this 30 years war, and that's the reason why they fled. Also, they had also religious reason because they were Protestants and Salzburg was Catholic, and so they had to leave their homeland.
Right.
And that's the reason why the Goebelbeckers came here in the second half of the 17th century.
Did they continue that same trade in Lidolsheim?
No.
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 Because they didn't have the customers.
No. At first, there were very poor people here. They had no land. The Goebelbeckers had no land. But in opposite to the Catholic refugees, they found here Protestant area. And you know, in that times it was very essential to have the same religion than your king or than your duke.
Yes.
And so I think if you look into the church books, the church, you know, the church was burnt down by soldiers in 1734.
The French soldiers, right?
And all church books older than that burned down.
Right.
But then they began as a new and began to redate. For example, if somebody married, they redated the birth and so on.
Oh, okay.
And so we see that in 1694 only exists one family of Goebelbecker.
In Lidolsheim.
Yes.
And this is where they all came from originally.
Yes.
So all of the Lidolsheim, all of the Goebelbeckers came from Lidolsheim.
Yes. This is absolutely fact. All Goebelbeckers came from Lidolsheim. This is absolutely fact.
How many come back to Lidolsheim?
Myself, for example.
Where were
Yes.
you left Lidolsheim and you came back?
Yes. I wasn't born in Lidolsheim. I was born in Stuttgart.
In Stuttgart, okay.
I was born in Stuttgart, in an enemy's country, Sweden. It's a joke. And I came here when I was 12 because my father inherited here some real estates and built a house 300 meters from here. And in Stuttgart, he works at the railway. He was a railway worker, and I was 12 when we came here, and yes, and then I moved again when I was 23.
You left Littleschein when you were 23?
Yes, and we came back. We returned.
Annetta and you?
Yes.
So did you marry here or
in Karlsruhe? We married in Karlsruhe.
Is she from Annetta? Is Annetta from Littleschein?
No. She's from the next the next village.
But
it's
nearby.
Not far
Okay,
away.
nearby.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we met us the first time not here, but in Karlsruhe. And then we returned when we had children, because we lived in a town, in the middle of a town, in the city, directly in the city, which was not very hostile for children. And so we said, okay. And the first years we were in the second floor of my parents' house, but you know, to live together with the parents, it's sometimes
I better stop